Okay, ready?
You're welcome, Nick.
Gavin, are you ready?
You didn't give me time to respond. You said ready, and then you just went into it. That's not on me. That's a you.
When I say, Gavin, are you ready? I'm probably talking to you, yeah.
Got it. Good time.
All right, here we go. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Regulation Podcast. This is episode 20. My name is Jeff Ramsey. With me, as always, Andrew Panton, Gavin Free, Nick Schwartz, Eric Badur. Hi, boys.
Hello.
Hey! How's everyone doing?
You know what I heard?
What did you hear?
Regulation episode 17 was like the face episode 16 of Regulation. I heard it was a classic. That's what I saw.
So we need to do like 15 more 17s then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame we're 3 beyond it now, but
Oh, shit.
What was in
fuck.
17 that was so damn special?
I think the fax machine thing a lot of people really connected with. I think that really worked.
There you go. Man, can you guys believe it seems like just yesterday we were like itching to get episode 1 out. We are 20 episodes into this podcast. And I went back and I looked. The old podcast ran for 206 episodes, 1 to 205, 206 episodes.
yeah.
So we're like 245 of 246 episodes in to a production now. That's fucking crazy if you add it up.
That is. That's hard to believe.
Do you think
Hard
when
to
we're
believe.
on episode 4, it will be like, remember episode 20?
Which 20?
This 20.
Do you think we'll be like, hard to believe, we didn't know it at the time, but episode 20 was the new episode 17, apparently.
Oh my God. If only we didn't record 15 episodes ahead so we would have known. I guess 20 episodes, or how many? 23, right? Yeah.
What?
23.
Nailed it.
Doing the math.
That was perfect.
17 to 40.
We're not a math podcast. Please stop.
No.
So if you get 6 hot dogs.
Hard to believe that after 224, 25 episodes, this podcast still just flows like this. Jesus
Effortless.
Christ.
Andrew, last night we went to...
Oh, we're going straight into this.
Well, I wasn't going to go necessarily straight into dogs, but I was going to run my idea by you.
Oh, I'd love to hear your idea. What's your idea?
Well, you know how some companies, you get a little dispersed. You might get a little company bonus, right?
Yes.
And I thought maybe the way that Regulation does its bonuses could be more chance-based. Eric and Geoff didn't... I think Geoff didn't like the idea.
Geoff didn't like the idea.
Let me say this. Compared to my previous working engagement, where my bonus chance was no chance, I'm okay with this.
Now you should shut up
You might have
because
less
you're not
shots.
going to be, I don't think you're going to be
Oh,
feeling
no.
better about this
Okay.
at all. After me and Nick asked some questions, I was more on board than what we were at initially, where I thought we were about to give $50,000 to a baseball player. But Gavin clarified, and so I want him to pitch this idea to you and see what you think.
Wait, $50,000?
So
Yeah,
say
by the way, the number $50,000 is getting thrown around like we have $50,000. That is such a bullshit arbitrary. You might as well
That's like,
replace
where did
that
this
with
money come from?
3 tickets, like 3 free meals at Whataburger.
Yeah.
It's like 50. It might as well be $500 million. The bonus is going to be a Bugatti, is what it is.
Well, yeah, it might as well be,
Jesus.
but we're trying to keep it in the realm of that almost sounds like it could be real.
$50,000.
So I thought for the year, for the company bonus, we take out $50,000, right? Not sure where all that's coming from, but we'll take
Okay.
out 50 grand.
You win a 50-50 at the baseball game and you get $50,000.
So much dumber than that.
And here's what we do. We pick
Okay.
a rare occurrence. And last night's rare occurrence was at the baseball game, if the ball gets hit over the net towards you and you catch it in a hot dog, you get the bonus.
Okay.
Thoughts?
What happens if that nobody gets it? What happens to...
Then the money gets returned to the account and we move on.
Okay. I mean...
The only
That
way to
seems
get a
okay.
bonus is to catch a foul ball or a home run with a hot dog.
No, that
at a
was just
baseball
one
game.
instance of it. That was the instance. So is it a yearly scenario? How many times can there be a rare event occurrence?
Oh shit, my headphones died. Oh shit, hold on.
Oh my god!
Hold on, I can't hear it.
Gavin's trying to show another
wait.
rare occurrence, like it's going to net him $50,000.
I can't tell if this is a bit where he doesn't want to answer.
I
Oh, I
can't
still can't
reiterate
hear.
to the audience enough. We don't have $50,000
I'm back.
to play with like this. Don't get these. Gavin's stupidity is tricking you into thinking that we have $50,000 to be done with. We absolutely do not. It's an insane amount of money.
But it would just be one person's bonus for that year, and that'd be it. No more bonuses.
Let's just take a step back. $50,000 as a bonus. That is a salary. That is a year's salary. That is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea is you have to, it's a rare occurrence. You didn't answer my question because your headset died. How many
Sorry
rare
about that.
occurrences can occur in a year?
I would say if the majority of the company is together in person, you can pick a rare occurrence, but it's got to be rare. We're talking less than maybe 0.1% chance of happening. Chances are the money goes nowhere every single time, every night of the year.
Could I maybe argue?
The money that doesn't exist continues to not exist in that way.
Look, maybe if we sell more Celestial Globoses, we'll have this kind of cash.
We sold like 300 copies of it.
That's insane.
That's pretty insane.
It's like, what is it? Like $2? How much was
It's
it?
about 200. It was $2.99.
Yeah.
It's about 275 copies more than I thought we'd sell.
It is, yeah. Congratulations. You both have sold a piece of smut. That's awesome.
We're 300 copy selling authors.
I feel like that's not a rare occurrence. I feel like that's probably the majority of first-time publishers.
So you're saying the amount is the issue. What if we take a zero off?
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could step back on this. I would maybe argue that it is not a rare occurrence for that to occur during $1 hot dog night. The park is filled with dogs.
Yeah, but the chances of a ball coming right at you and catching it in the dog, you have to have not eaten your dog yet.
I think it's more rare if it's not $1 hot dog night where you may not have a dog. I think this isn't. I would say that what you're saying isn't a rare occurrence.
Well, let me ask you this. Did it happen last night? Did anyone catch a ball with a dog?
That doesn't mean that it's. I would argue if I could come up with a rare scenario for your rare occurrence, it's not it doesn't work.
So
Has
that
to be the
wasn't
most
rare
rare.
enough.
I don't think so. I think what you're saying is very unlikely, but I don't know if it's super rare.
Okay. Well, I mean, we didn't do this. We didn't put this into play because we didn't all agree on the concept, but
Yeah, we didn't all agree
Yeah.
on it, and I'm not sure if you can figure out who the person who agreed with it the least was.
So are you gonna rob a bank? Like, where's the 50,000?
I was just imagining if we got successful enough to do bonuses, right? That could just be how it's decided.
No,
The amount and the method could be up for debate.
I think this is a terrible idea on all fronts. First of all,
Okay.
I'd rather use that. The idea that anybody just gets a bonus, like I'd rather, in a scenario in which that is an amount of money we have to play with, I would rather go into the content and not just somebody gets a random fucking bonus. That's terrible. Second of all,
What if
Why?
you caught the ball in the bun, though?
that's cool. Like, why can't that just be the moment? I just want to be like, yeah, I did
Because
this. This is awesome.
imagine how great that moment would be if you did that and then you stood up and you went, "Oh my god, I just won $50,000."
You're definitely making it on Sports Center that day.
Oh, hell yeah.
We did it. We did it for a second where a guy was throwing like big stuffed balls around the oh, here's like the fan giveaway in like the 6th inning. And Nick caught one of the big stuffed balls and everyone started yelling, "You won $50,000." It was a great moment. It was really good.
He caught it with his hands, though. The schmuck.
Can I twist Gavin's idea a little bit?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what you're saying, I love it. And that's not true. I'm just trying to be nice and supportive of your idea. But instead, what if it's like a negative? You catch a ball with the hot dog, you owe everybody else in the company a total of $50,000 distributed each way.
Like a hole-in-one in golf, like you buy everyone drinks?
Yeah, exactly. But you owe.
Well, no one would ever do it. Okay, so what
you
if
don't
you were
want
in
it
the
to
situation too? Okay, so say, Andrew, we went to Vancouver Island, we went
Yeah.
crabbing,
Yeah.
and whoever had a bird drop a fish in their butthole won $50,000, and it
No.
happened to you. You wouldn't be for that?
Not in the context in which you're saying it. In the context of it somehow being money that we have and we're assigning a bonus of company funds, I don't like that. if like,
But does he
It
want
would
to
never
fish in his
happen.
butthole? Yes.
yes, absolutely.
The whole
Listen,
point is it's never going to happen.
at Sunday.
Then why?
Yeah, I don't.
Because
Because
it
if
might.
it did happen, it'd be a goddamn nightmare to unfuck.
if if a fish landed in your anus, wouldn't you think, man, that's worth 50 grand?
$50,000, but fish goes in your anus and you're crabbing. What says you?
If that scenario were set up and then it naturally happened, I wouldn't believe in the universe anymore.
Yeah.
Like that would be a reality breaker for me.
We're not executives in suits taking bonuses. It's not us.
No.
We don't do it. I was just putting out a
If I
a really
had
obscure chance.
$50,000, some guy's like, I do. I did. Fish flew in my butthole, and then it showed up randomly. Trust me, you don't want it.
It's like a Reddit. It's like a subreddit. Like, hey, how did you get your $50,000?
That is, see, like once again, if you put this on a government level, Gavin, we're like, it's just like a random pool. Like if your state or your country put out a rare occurrence bounty in which they're giving money to if someone is able to do this, I'm all about it. The idea of like a government being like, okay, anyone who gets a fish in their butthole while crabbing that gets dropped from a bird, $50,000 this year.
There wouldn't be a crab left in that country in 2 years.
Yeah, everyone would be crabbing with buttholes out.
Well, no one would be actually crabbing. They'd be dodging crabs holding their butt cheeks open.
It'd just be a fucking whole shoreline of dudes holding their assholes open like goatsy trying to catch fish.
You know, I wouldn't bother doing it, but I would just walk the line selling sunscreen.
I'll buy it, but you got to apply it.
I could make more than 50 grand just flogging sunscreen.
You know the clamp in like Casino where he clamps the guy's head? Could you use that to keep your cheeks open? Because otherwise, I think it would be exhausting. That'd be a fatiguing process to have to hold the cheeks.
It'd be so annoying though if you had to stop, take a piss or something, and then a fish landed right where you just were.
Dude, you're in front of the thing. You're just you're pissing into the water. You're going right into the sea. If you got the crab in.
If I'm at a point in my life where I'm legitimately getting up every morning and clocking in a solid 8 hours of holding my asshole open to catch a fish in it because I need the money that badly, I'll probably just piss all over myself in the moment and not care.
Oh yeah.
Things are so much worse for me at that point. Nothing's moving me off that asshole line.
What is the funniest type of fish to catch in your asshole?
Sardine?
Swordfish.
Oh, a swordfish is really good.
Just land with like a.
Now, which way would the swordfish be going in?
Oh,
Because
point.
here's what
What
I.
are you talking about?
Well,
Come
here's
on,
what I'm
nose
saying.
first.
If he's pointy and going in, then it looks like you have, oh, there's a swordfish coming out of me. That's funny. However, if he goes in the backside, like backwards, and he's pointing out, then you have like a weapon. Like all of a sudden, you've got like a tail weapon, and you can sword fight fish people. And I think you're set. I think this might be
Do you
good.
have a freaking flower pot for an anus? How are you catching the back end of a fish?
Wait,
Are you not catching a fish?
wait a second. Jeff, pretend you're the chief of police. Okay, I'm an officer
Okay.
coming into your office. Sir,
Yeah, have a seat.
yeah, you're not going to believe what happened today. You know how they're trying to catch fish in their asshole to get the $50,000?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, it happened. And then it was a swordfish, and the guy who won, in a fit of rage, started stabbing everybody with the swordfish in his ass. I don't know if we want to take like 70,000 and put a hit on him. Not a hit, but like like a bounty. Wanted alive. We're the police. We probably shouldn't just put out a public hit on this guy.
I don't know how to play off of that. Let's assassinate him. Sure.
Great.
That
Okay.
sounds like something the classic chief of police.
Classic
Corrupt
Like
chief.
a fish butt guy.
Maybe we can just try to arrest him the normal way.
I just like the idea of Eric, like he said, swordfish and ass pointer out like you're a bee and just poking all the guys on the crabbing thing, sending them into the water. That's funny.
I got to point out, Nick said pufferfish in the chat, and I think that's pretty fucking funny too.
Especially if it goes in unpuffed and then puffs your butt out.
Yeah, and
You
then
think
puffs.
you think a pufferfish in the talons of a bird is going to remain unpuffed?
Is that what your butthole is? The talons of a bird?
No, it's been dropped by a bird.
Oh, right. Maybe he catches it asleep. Maybe that's why it drops it. And then once it's dropped, he feels safe, so he retracts.
Yeah, that's
And
exactly.
he nestles into your butthole, and then he gets nervous, and he pops out. And then it's basically like hanging a picture on a wall. You know?
He puffs out, and then he wants to be aerodynamic for the fall, so he gets small
Yeah.
again. And then upon impact is like, where the fuck am I? I got to get out of here. And repuffs.
Worst, I'm going to Google this. Worst fish to catch in your butthole.
All right, this conversation took a massively different turn than I was expecting.
Halibut would just be unpleasant. It's just
Nothing
long.
close. Nothing close.
You know, it'd be kind of handy if it was in. What are the light fish? We've talked about them before. I'm forgetting their name. Got a light on
Like
its
an
head.
anglerfish?
Yeah, an anglerfish. Have a little night light coming out the back. Be perfect.
What bird can go that deep?
I just think it's a great idea because then you get $50,000 and a nightlight. So you're really winning. This is fantastic.
I think the anglerfish maybe just wanted to go on a little trip and see what was going on up there. Head north. See what's happening. Any results, Geoff, on your fish search?
No, the results were largely useless. The most interesting one, I already closed it, was large gaping wound or hole around anus.
The problem would be you'd have all the fakers putting like a Billy Bass in their ass, pretending that it happened.
What does an octopus count or no?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking.
I'm only saying no because I want that guy to get rejected and have to be like, but the bird dropped it. That's next time.
I think an octopus can get through a gap the size of its beak, right?
Oh,
think
yeah,
so,
they can get
yeah.
small.
So an octopus, if it wanted to, could take refuge in someone's
Yep.
ass.
That
Definitely.
is so terrifying to me.
I've never thought about that, but
Has an octopus ever gone in
don't like
a
that.
butt?
I mean, definitely. Has to have.
what do you mean
And
definitely?
according to Reddit Shower Thoughts, an adult octopus can crawl in your mouth, go through your entire body, and go out your butt with very little effort.
It's like the movie Life. That's what happens to Ryan Reynolds in Life. The beginning. In his mouth, out the ass.
Was that was a movie about an octopus?
Oh, well, the alien is kind of like an octopus in the beginning of the movie.
Hmm.
It's got tentacles, slips around, goes inside Ryan Reynolds' mouth and goes through.
And then goes all the way out his butt with little effort.
Yeah, essentially. It's the effort that counts, though.
So, Gavin, what do you think about your bonus idea?
Yeah, I guess give it a miss.
So I'm not trying to catch a fish in my butt.
No.
But I've already greased up my cheeks.
Got my ass in a vice here, holding it open.
I mean, the whole point of each thing would be you want to put the money on the line knowing it would never happen. But it might.
Here's the deal. I appreciate the creativity. I appreciate you taking a swing. I don't want to discourage you from it. I think maybe you just need to go back in the lab and take another swing at it.
There's
That's
nothing
fine,
wrong with
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Listen, that's, we got swordfish coming out of people's asses. I think you did some good stuff here. You may not realize this, but this podcast, Regulation Pod, is a comedy podcast. Who could have guessed? And one of the important things about having a comedy podcast is laughter. And there's no better way to set up laughter than having someone set something up, someone follow through on the setup. It's a core principle in comedy, and having somebody work together with you is so important, which is why I love Shopify, because when it comes to your business, there is no better partner for growing it. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. Doesn't matter what stage you're at. You could just be starting. You could be on the run with it, established. They are there to help. Think about that. A service that could just come in and help you no matter what stage you're at. Unbelievable. And it doesn't matter whether you're selling something like grown tubes or Gerplers. They are there to help you grow. And it's their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system. Wherever and whatever you're selling, they got you covered, which is fantastic. Everybody wants coverage. Can't get better than coverage. Plus, Shopify can help you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout, up to 36% better compared to other leading commerce platforms. That is significant. 36%, great number. Fantastic, impressive statistic. And you can sell more with less thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Everybody needs an all-star in the lineup. You got to have one, and Shopify can bring you one. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. That is a crazy amount of countries. And plus, it's just, I mean, look at those brands. Established, huge brands. And with Shopify's extensive help resources, they're there to help support your success every step of the way. As I said, regardless where you're at, they got you. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. That is an incredible thing. And so I'm here to tell you about our offer, in which you can now sign up for a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/face. All lowercase. Go to shopify.com/face now to change. Well, not face now. Shopify.com/face now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/face. And that's what I love about Shopify is no matter where you want to go, they're there for you. So shopify.com/face.
Oh, Andrew.
Yes.
I feel like I've got a note that we're going to need your mum for.
Okay.
Because she seemed to have pretty strong opinions on nipples in the past.
She listens to the show, so she's listening to whatever your question is right now, and I could. What's the question?
So she had Emma Stone's nipples were weird, right? Is that what she said?
Oh shit. Oh no. Okay.
What?
She wasn't listening to the show at that point, and she told me to not tell anybody that take.
Ooh, so I've dobbed you in there. I've really
I'm gonna
grasped
have to have a conversation about that.
Okay.
I'll do that. That's fine. Anyway, continue.
Maybe you should just cough really loud at this part in the podcast when she's listening to it.
I was just wondering her thoughts on Eddie Murphy's nipples.
Okay.
Because they shocked me in their size. Absolutely minuscule.
They look like somebody's getting ready to play Connect the Dots, and they just started.
I don't think I've ever seen a smaller nipple on a man.
That is a really small nipple. What movie is that? The Golden Child? What is that?
Coming to America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. You've been on a really Eddie Murphy kick recently.
What was the other one I did? Oh, Beverly Hills.
Yeah, we did all the Beverly Hills Cop stuff. Still waiting on rankings from TPG. He wanted to go back and rewatch the first after watching 2 and 3.
I gotta say, by the way, I finally sat down and finished watching 4. Pretty good. I enjoyed it.
It was way better than 3.
Yeah, way better than 3. I'm happy they made it. I'll say that.
Me too. I like that everyone came
I
back.
wish I liked it.
I enjoyed that too. I wish Taggart didn't look as. I mean, he's like 78 years old. What are you gonna do, man? It showed.
But I feel like a lot of people, when they return to a character, they kind of forget how to play him. I feel like he absolutely nailed it. The exact same guy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He definitely, everybody who was in it did a fantastic job. The only thing that kind of bummed me out is that Judge Reinhold was barely in it. I wish he'd have been in it more, you know? Other than that, I had really no criticisms of it.
Have you guys seen Bad Boys 4?
No.
Nah, not yet. I need to because I was talking shit about it the other day and I haven't even seen it.
No, you should.
Oh,
man.
I didn't want to give dollars to it while it was a part of the movie thing.
That's fair. They really amplify the Reggie character, and I think it might be the best acting career as far as the film art goes. Because that guy has only been in Bad Boys 2, 3, and 4. And his character arc progression through those films is so goddamn good. I think I might like Bad Boys 4. It's not as good as 2. It might be my second favorite in the series, only because of the Reggie character. You guys really need to watch it just for Reggie. He's phenomenal.
Okay. Absolutely. We'll definitely check it out.
His scene was like the funniest part of Bad Boys 2.
And I would say what they do with him in 4 is so unexpected and is so great that he's the highlight of that film as well. To the point where I'm kind of tempted to be like, I just want a Reggie movie, but I'm worried that would ruin the Reggie character. Like, I don't know if I actually want. Maybe it's the perfect amount, but man, does that guy steal the show? He's phenomenal. Other movie. You know what? Just a quick side. Geoff, watch Rebel Ridge. That just came out on Netflix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's from the Blue Ruin guy. It's phenomenal. Really good.
Okay. I'll watch Rebel Ridge. Absolutely. I heard somebody else talking about it saying it was good. I can't remember where.
That's really good. Yeah. And, well, I guess we should go back to baseball, right? $1 baseball night. I pitched to you guys that you should all go to one of these, get some dogs done, do some supplemental content, potentially. It was last night. I have muted the hot dog chat, so I don't know anything about the event outside of Gavin's insane idea. How did it go? How would you guys say you're feeling? And maybe don't tell me the dog numbers yet. Maybe should I guess first, or how do we
Yeah, what are
do
your
this?
predictions?
Yeah, that's a good.
Okay, so my question for each of you, before I guess, is how many dogs did you think you would have during $1 hot dog night at this baseball game? Did you have a number in mind of like, I'll probably have this many?
I did, yes.
How many did you have, Geoff, in your head? Not how many did you eat? How many were you thinking going in did you have?
I thought I would eat 2. I typically eat 2 when I go to a baseball game.
I was hoping I would eat 9.
9. Okay, that.
Once again, it's not a race.
6.
Eric was 6. What about you, Nick?
I was thinking 4, probably.
Okay. I think Nick ate 6 would be my guess. I think Gavin ate 2. I think Geoff ate 3. And I think Eric ate 4. I think everyone went under or right at their number outside of Nick, who went over his projected total. I'm now going to open the Slack channel to start seeing
This is good.
some of these
This is a great bit.
updates. I've muted it. Let's click it. Oh boy. Okay. I'm muting the channel. Eric had
I started with 5.
it's kind of confusing the way we've done this because it's an updating total. So Eric completed the first dog. Then Nick ate 4 dogs. According to this. Before anyone else updated their totals. Then Eric ate a second dog. Then Gavin ate his first dog.
On the board, baby.
Gavin ate his first dog 36 minutes after Nick and Eric ate their first dog, and Nick had consumed 4 dogs at this point, according to this list. Then we moved to Nick eating 2 more dogs, putting him at 6. Eric has another dog at 3. Geoff gets in on the action. He's on the board. Eric eats 2 or 1 more dog? Or no, you're saying Gav's still at 1. Geoff eating dogs. There's a video. Geoff ate 2 more dogs. What a night for Gavin ate 1 hot dog.
I'd like to point out too, I got to the party late. I didn't show up till the 6th inning. Otherwise, I would have been in early on the dogs.
Geoff got there late and housed them. I ate 5 dogs total. I started the night with 5. I ended the night with 10 on my board.
I like that at one point, Nick was going so fast that he updated his number like twice in the same message.
It was so funny.
You nailed me and Nick, though. You were right. Nick had 6. I had 3. You get Eric had 1 more than you thought, and Gavin had one less.
One less. It was an insanely average hot dog. I would have given it 5 out of 10.
But
Yeah,
like
it's dollar
that's
hot dog,
what
man.
did you? It was
Yeah.
It was $1.
You paid $1. What do you think you're getting?
I mean, if I went a different week and it was $4, it wouldn't have been any better.
That's not true.
Hey Geoff, how was the first hot dog that you ate?
Oh, the Chicago dog I paid extra for? Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ask me how my dollar hot dogs were.
How are the $1 hot dogs?
It tastes about like a $1 hot dog.
yeah, it's all right.
Do they do different dogs for dollar hot dog night?
Yes.
Okay.
You get it. Dollar hot dog night is the list that expired and leftovers. They got to get rid of.
They're the small. They're like the small hot dogs.
I just thought they reduced the price of the normal hot dog.
That would be a fair thing to think. That's what I would have guessed.
Because there's like stuff like the Chicago dog and like the chili cheese dog and everything.
Okay.
And I think that's like a slightly bigger dog.
But you might still want a bog standard.
They have bog standard and they do reduce the price for those. But that's
They
again,
just call them a dog standard.
it's they pay. Yeah, they don't say bog standard. They say dog standard.
The way
It's the
that
small hot dog.
Gavin's describing it, I'm imagining that they have like the meat truck from Joe Exotic where it revealed where all of his like pizza meats are coming from, but that's like the baseball hot dogs. It's just rotting expired hot dogs in the back of a truck. It's just hot dog central in there. Gavin will only eat one of those, apparently.
Yeah. Gavin only ate one dog the whole night.
Well, I want to know, how did you feel, Nick, after having 6? How did you feel last night after you went home?
I felt fine last night. Not so good this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah, little gurgles.
Little gurgles.
So should we list everybody's current hot dog total for the year? Remember, we're going from August 1st to August 1st.
I think that's a great idea.
All right, Nick, you are at how many dogs?
I'm at 10 now.
Eric?
I am also at 10 dogs.
Gavin, you're at
1.
Yeah, and then Andrew, you're
I'm at 10.
at 10, and then
We
I'm
have a
at
lot of
16, I believe.
Yeah. Again, not a competition.
No,
Not a race,
not at all.
not a
But I
competition.
will say, Geoff, you taking the dog lead makes me feel better about having a dog because I got room.
Yeah,
I don't want to lead the dog pack. I appreciate you taking the front and leading the charge on the dogs.
it is so circumstantial too. I just happened to be going to hot dog heavy locations around the same time we started this. Yeah, it's wild how it all worked out.
So, Andrew, you're not having any additional dogs than your normal intake?
It's hard to say because we've been so hot dog focused recently. I feel like that's probably influenced. Like I'm thinking of them more often.
It's definitely influencing us.
Yeah,
100%.
There's definitely hot dogs are in the air, and I
Yes,
think
yeah.
We all went to a baseball game for hot dogs.
Yes, there's a spirit to this thing. Again, it's not a competition. It's about how many hot dogs you eat in a year. And it all makes sense. $1 hot dogs and you eat 6. Like I put down 5 or 6 when it's $1 hot dog night when I'm not within the counting capacity of this podcast. So it makes sense to me.
Do you guys get any supplemental content out of the trip outside of just the dog eating?
Filmed a couple of cell phone videos, but that's about it.
I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, unfortunately, I showed up so late, and then they were already mostly done.
I mean, Gavin came up with that whole bonus idea, which I'm still pretty warm on. So maybe it's something we can revisit, you know?
Interesting.
I don't understand. So
What if the bonus is paid in hot dogs?
No, I'm not into it now.
So even if it was the most delicious dog, Gavin, think you'd only have 3?
Would I have had 3 if it was delicious?
Yeah, because you said you went in with wanting 3, right? That was your plan.
No, I wanted 9.
Oh, 9. Oh, Jesus. And you ended up with 1?
Yep.
Have you ever had 9 hot dogs?
No, I just wanted to get on the board and also overtake someone.
How's that going?
Well, $1 hot dog, wasn't it?
I mean, if you have any hope of doing that, you should probably get on it now.
Oh, I don't think Gavin is ever going to overtake anyone.
Well, here's the thing. I would say I've had more years of life where I had no hot dogs than when I had 1 or more.
I saw a comment. Is a buddy? What was the thing you presented before? The sausage on a bun. Buddy, a buddy. No, that's an A&W.
What?
A hot dog buddy, a bunty.
Are you talking about a bacon, like the bacon buddy thing or whatever?
Yeah, whatever the fuck that was. Hot dogs on a bun.
Like a buddy or a bap?
Whatever. Whatever
Like
you're saying.
Like a sausage sandwich?
Yeah, that's kind of a hot dog.
Not really. It's
What?
sausage. It's just like a sausage. It's not like
That's
Frankfurt.
kind of a hot dog?
I mean, it's like they're adjacent. They're not wildly different.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A sausage link and a hot dog are like cousins.
Yeah, but usually the sausage is all sliced up and it's got daddy
Right.
sauce and it's in a round bun.
Yeah, No, I mean, listen, I'm not saying they're 1-to-1, but you're acting like you have no experience in the dog game, and I think you're underestimating your previous experience.
I agree with Andrew. I see what he's saying.
I have certain foods where a bad experience as a kid has kind of sullied the food. Like I couldn't eat carrots until I was like 20 because I choked on one.
Was it raw? What type of carrot was it?
It was cooked. I was just having my veg as a kid. I choked on a bunch of mushy carrot.
Okay.
Couldn't eat them again.
So what about like shepherd's pie has carrots in it, right? You just couldn't have, they'd have to take the carrots out, or you would remove the carrots?
Shepherd's pie has carrots?
Does it?
I don't know. You might be right.
I don't know.
Peas.
I would trust you if you're saying it doesn't.
I feel like peas and carrots and celery are in every kind of that thing.
But I had the same problem with frankfurters. I vommed on them as a kid, and I never really got into them.
you vommed on the dogs, or you just vomited up dogs?
I just had a bad vom experience where I could see the dogs come back.
Vomiting on the hot dogs would really kill the party. Really ruin the time. That's fair, though. I understand what you're saying. I've had that. I had it with chicken balls.
Speaking of vomit and childhood, we were talking about this at coffee this morning. Gavin and I were. What's a food that you used to eat when you were a kid that you would never eat as a grown up now? Like you couldn't imagine eating it again.
Shepherd's pie.
It's got all those carrots in it.
Jason and Nick said beanie weenies, which I totally agree with.
Yeah.
For me, it was Spam. Like I used to eat Spam all the time as a kid. I could never do it now.
Oh, wait, what's a beanie weenie? I've never heard of a beanie weenie.
It's like the little tiny hot dogs in the can with the hot dog juice that you like pull tab the can off and you like.
Oh, okay.
Vienna sausage?
Yeah, like Vienna sausage.
What is the thing I ate as a kid that I wouldn't eat now?
Beanie weenie. Does that have beans in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of. Well, what I meant was a Vienna sausage when I said beanie weenie, but I guess yeah. I would probably still eat beanie weenies if that's what it looks like.
That's a really fun food name. Beanie weenie.
Has anyone ever had beanie weenies and curly whirlies back to back?
You're getting squirrely for the curly whirly. I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Vienna sausage made with chicken, beef, and pork. Added in chicken broth.
For me, it's probably some Chef Boyardee thing that is just like I can't even imagine.
Oh
Yeah.
Dude,
No
can I
thanks.
tell you how Chef Boyardee died for me?
I thought it was just how he
Oh, I
died.
thought just been in general.
Yeah.
I thought Chef Boyardee had died. Oh no.
Well, he was a real dude that died, I think. But I when I was 17, I had to have that reconstructive jaw surgery, the same thing that Millie had to go through, right?
Yeah.
And so after I had that, I couldn't have solid food for like 6 weeks. I could, everything was through a blender and a straw. And so I was so fucking excited to finally eat my first like semi-solid meal. And they asked me what I wanted. And all I want more than anything on earth, I wanted Chef Boyardee cheese ravioli. I just loved those raviolis when I was a kid. And I was like 17. That was like comfort food. And so I went to my grandma's house with my mom on the day that I was finally able to eat food again. And my grandma warmed me up a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli. And I took like 3 bites of it. And then I felt something weird in my mouth. And I pulled out a chunk of rat fur.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh my God.
And I haven't
Rat
really,
fur?
I haven't, just a like grayish black matted fur. And I haven't really eaten anything
Oh my
Chef Boyardee
God.
since I was 17.
That's so gross.
Yeah, it was a real bummer on my first solid
What?
food.
Oh, God.
Oh.
That's disgraceful.
I've never heard you tell this story. This is
yeah.
is crazy. This is awful.
It was pretty psychologically damaging to me at the time because I had a lot invested in eating solid food again. I was pretty jazzed about it, after going so long. And really, I think I cried a little bit, if I'm being honest with you.
I assume you're just guessing rat. You didn't have it like DNA tested.
No, I didn't have a DNA
You
test. I just
took
had a
it to
chunk
the
of like
lab.
matted, grayish, blackish, like clump of fur. And I'm like, what else could it be,
Would you rather it be a chunk of rat or just someone's hair who worked there?
I'd rather it be someone's hair who worked there than a
Same.
chunk of rat.
I wonder how that even happened. I guess a rat maybe gets into like the mixing machine and
I
yeah.
imagine.
Well, here's the thing. We've played the Ratatouille video game. We
Oh, yeah,
know what
we
it's
have.
like for a
Yeah,
rat
we
to
have.
go around where there's a bunch of food. And we're not even very good at it, so I could definitely see a rat falling into the mixing machine and then getting ratatouille'd right into some ravioli.
Falling in?
Yeah.
He cannonballed it, Eric. He went, yeah, baby.
Absolutely.
He was loving it.
Ratatouille? Yeah.
Now you know what happens to all the rats that die in the video game when you play it.
Yep. Like, it totally makes sense. And then it's just like, oh, what happened to Remy? Oh, he's in Alabama inside of a Chef Boyardee campaign.
Maybe that's like
Such
a
a
burying
fucking
ritual
bummer, dude.
for rats in Pennsylvania. Like wherever the bottling or the packing facility is, like if you die as a rat, they take you out to the mixing machine, drop you in.
I think I've seen or been a part of every piece of content this company has made, but I haven't seen a single second of this Ratatouille series you've done. It's like my one blind spot in the company.
You're saying it with such disdain. Why are you saying it with such disdain?
I don't know. I just missed it.
I really want to get Gavin in an episode of Ratatouille. We got some more.
It's not over. They
not
can
over.
work you in.
Yeah.
I've been through 2 episodes. I'm
You
sure
want
they
to
got
watch
room
some
for you.
Tui, baby?
I mean, based on how Geoff felt about doing one in like his one video that week, I feel like you thought it wasn't great. Was a waste of time.
I don't remember saying that at all.
All right.
I'll
it's worth doing.
I'll say it.
I had a great time.
That video was crazy.
I had a lot of
That
fun.
video is nuts. Oh man, this is a good one.
Got like 8 more.
Hey, speaking of crazy, can I tell you guys a little dental story?
Oh God!
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
Real
forgot.
quick before we
Yeah,
wrap
you went
up.
to the dentist, and I don't know anything. You were one we streamed. What the car? You'd mentioned that you had just come from the dentist.
So 3 weeks ago now, I went to the dentist and I had my checkup, get my teeth cleaned, and the dentist said, "Man, I hate to tell you this, but you have one tooth that's got a filling in it, an old cavity from a long time ago, and around that filling, it's one of those old metal fillings. It's like the last one I have." She was like, you can see here, there's a little a crack, and I've been watching it for a while, hoping it wouldn't get any worse, but it's gotten a little bit worse, and I think we should get in there and do a crown. It's gonna be fine. It's possible that we'll pull the filling out, and you'll need a root canal or whatever, but I think it's just gonna be a crown. It should be real easy, no big deal. You don't have to do it, but if the tooth cracks in a certain way and splits, it could be really painful and dangerous. And I just had to pull some guy's tooth because of the way it split, and I'd rather just get it taken care of, which was the worst news ever for me. And after that intense bout of travel with the empty nesting and my grandma dying and everything, I came home, and then 3 days later I had to go to the dentist and get that crown done. So I was pretty worn out walking in, I'm pretty emotionally down. I wasn't jazzed about it. I actually did something I don't really have ever done before. I had Emily drive me to the dentist.
Oh wow!
And wait in the waiting room for me. Yeah, I don't know. I just was not looking forward to it.
You're down.
I didn't have it in me if it went sideways, right? And and so I go in and I sit down, and they go, "Okay, we're just gonna take care of this crown. No big deal. You'll be done in time, and you'll." The plan was I'd be done and then immediately go on the stream with y'all. And so the lady comes in and she starts X-raying my mouth, and I think it's weird because the crown is on the left side of my mouth, and she's X-raying the right side of my mouth. And so I stop her and I go, "I just have a question. Why are you X-raying that tooth?" And she goes, "Oh, we're gonna put the crown on, sir. That's where you need to get your crown replaced." And I said, "That's not the tooth that needs to be replaced.
No,
that tooth is fine." And she goes, "No, it's on the chart right here." And I go, "Well, the chart is wrong. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. You can take all the photos you want, but you're going to be replacing the tooth on the other side. I promise you. I was just here." And she goes, "Hold on, sir." And then she goes back and she looks at the computer for a bit, and she goes, "No, sir, I'm sorry. It's tooth number 29 or whatever." And I go, "Okay. I think I need to talk to the dentist." I'm starting to freak out a little bit. And so another dental assistant comes in, and she looks over the chart, and she's like, "No, sir, here, I can show you right here. It's on the chart very clearly right here." And I go, "I understand, but it's my mouth, and I was just here, and the tooth you're talking about has a crown on it that you guys put on 6 months ago. It's great. It's a wonder. You did a great job. It's a wonderful crown. It doesn't need to be replaced." And I started to get a little annoyed, and she's like, because they're arguing with me. And they go, "Well, we're just gonna have to clear this up with the dentist." And then they leave, and then they come back in, and so it's a little tense. And then finally, the dentist comes in, and she looks at the chart, and she looks at me, and she goes, Oh, I'm so sorry. They marked the wrong tooth down. It is.
Oh my
it's
God.
definitely the other tooth.
Are you kidding me?
God.
The
What
dentist
the
was like,
fuck?
the dentist was like, it was just an error at the front desk. It was, I would never have done the wrong tooth. I know the tooth. You were just here. Clearly, I'm not going to operate on a normal tooth. I was caught, but she fixed it immediately, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop you guys right here. You guys have like propelled my anxiety to the moon. I'm gonna need nitrous right now. And they had to give me like a little tooth to squeeze. And I just sat there while they did my crown and squeezed that tooth over and over again. And it was fine. It didn't hurt. I mean, the shots hurt like always, and that wasn't fun. And now I have a temporary crown on, so I have to go back and get the permanent put on when we in a couple weeks.
Oh, no.
But God damn it, if they didn't try to do the wrong fucking side of my mouth.
That's
I mean,
terrible, because
only
I'm so bad at speaking up about that stuff. I feel like ooh.
Yeah, I think I would start, and then I'd go. Well, they would know. There's certainly no way that they would.
You can't make assumptions.
No. Especially when you're feeling it with your tongue and going, what, second one back? What the fuck? And you're feeling it going, that's the wrong side. You know your mouth. That's crazy. That's nuts. Geoff, that's nuts.
It's funny to me that teeth are numbered.
Yeah.
Like, I've got 2 eyes. Which one's number 1?
Oh.
I guess your left eye? Yeah.
Left is 1?
Yeah.
I would think so.
What's your logic?
We read left to right, top down.
Yeah.
So in like other cultures where they read right to left, would right eye be 1?
I would assume so.
No.
Oh, that says no.
Yeah. It's like an American exceptionalism thing where everyone goes by our way of doing it. We were the first one to write it down, so it's sort of the way it goes. Geoff, I also have a temporary crown right now.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
gonna
man.
ask. Yeah, you went to the dentist as well, Eric. How did that go?
I did. It's fine. They knew which tooth it was immediately when they looked at it. They took X-rays of the right side. They didn't have to hand me like a little tooth to squeeze or whatever. But I immediately, the first thing I asked when they looked at it, because it was a cracked molar from an old filling that I'd gotten forever ago that had just, it's gone bad and decay and whatever. And I just immediately, he's like, all right, so it's a cracked molar. And I just went, let me stop you. Are any root canals? And he went, no, but there's a filling that I suggest you get in the molar next to it so that way you avoid a root canal. And I said, let's fucking do it today, baby. So I got a temporary crown and a root canal. And I said, I got number 2 done, and that one's fit, and then number 1 got a filling in it. And when they were getting done, they're like, okay, well, it'll take like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, or whatever to get like the actual crown in. Can we get you on the schedule? And I went, yeah, no problem. And they're looking at the schedule, and they're like, oh, what about this day? And I said, I'm actually out of town. I'll be flying back that day, and I'd love to do it like a couple days after. I don't want to get off a plane and then come get my tooth messed with. And they're like, oh, you're going out of town? And I went, yeah. And they said, oh, then we could probably like hurry this up. Are you free like Tuesday next week? And I went,
What?
Yeah, absolutely. And they said, yeah, no problem. Okay, cool. So if we don't get it in, we'll just call you on Monday night and let you know that we have to push it. But we're going to work really hard to get it for you for that Tuesday. So that way, when you're out of town, you've got your crown on. And I went, fantastic. So all in all, my dentist trip, very easy. No problems. I didn't have any issues. Everything was fine. My name is spelled wrong on all their paperwork, but that's pretty common. So I'm not really worried about it, I suppose.
I have a crown question.
Okay.
What is stopping them from doing the main crown day off? Like, do they need something that they don't have?
Yeah, they have to make it out of like, I'll say porcelain, but it's something else.
So they like make it from a mold.
Yes, they mold.
They actually send it to a lab and they make it. Yeah.
Can I just order all my crowns now?
Well, yeah, except you're not going to know where the tooth is going to break and like how much.
Yeah. Give me 32 crowns and then
No. Here's well, you're just talking about veneers. Like you can get them now, but your teeth are going to shift over. Like if you go in 4 years and they're like, all right, we'll replace like this molar. And they put it in. They go, you already have the crown, and they try to put it in. It's not going to fit. Your teeth are like constantly shifting inside your skull.
They move, but they don't change shape, surely.
Right, they move, and you're trying to fit these things together, and sometimes there's overlap, and you're not able to. Like, what?
I'll be honest, I don't fully understand what a crown is doing.
Just hurting.
Somebody saying they have 32 crowns could be such a flex or such an issue.
You're either terrible on dentistry or you're really good at Battle Royale.
Yeah. You only get one crown, right? Like the kingdom, like you ideally you're not getting multiple. I feel like I've never seen a movie where a king has like 2 crowns.
They might have different ones for different.
That seems like a Sports Illustrated cover with like LeBron James sitting on a throne and he has 2 crowns on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
One
Yeah,
on his
totally.
head, one on the basketball.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. Actually, shit. Hang on. It's pretty close.
Oh yeah.
Here's King Charles and a bottle of Chambord, I guess. I'm not really sure what that is.
He's got his hat and he's got the holy hand grenade.
Is Lincoln the closest a president has gotten to having like a crown look? Like it's kind of disappointing there isn't a presidential hat or piece of headwear.
I've
that
never thought about
signifies.
that. I never thought about how a president doesn't have another hat.
thing.
Like there's only one hat president.
Yeah. You'd really think that would have carried on in some form. Or at least you would wish it did. I'd love to see what a presidential, if it was still a top hat, like if the tradition stayed the same, but all the culture around it shifted, so it just became increasingly weirder every turn.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'd love that.
Now,
That'd be awesome.
I started Googling it to see if I could find anything, and the only thing that I really found is George W. Bush in a steampunk hat. It's not really what we're looking for, but I think it would be pretty cool
Yeah, if that
he
was
adopted it.
If they kept trying to modernize the top hat to the times.
You know, I'm falling down a rabbit hole here. Here's Barack Obama. Here's Barack Obama in a cool kind of like Kentucky Derby hat. But
This just looks like the filter they put on the screen at the baseball games.
it does. And then here's Bill Clinton in a fun hat also.
Now, see, that looks like it could be real.
Yeah. This is great. Presidential hats might be a lane. I might be into this.
I wonder if there are other leadership like cultures that have crown adjacent things. Like, I wonder if it's just the monarchy that has the crown. Are there other, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it because the monarchy isn't really like the idea of like an elected official having to put on headwear as part of their job, I think is what's really funny to me. I imagine there's probably dictatorships where the person is wearing a crown. But like the idea of like a democracy and also a crowned culture would be amazing.
I can't think of an item that would be timeless. Maybe like a watch?
No, that's probably like the most timed thing. So I wouldn't think that that's timeless.
I walked into that one.
Well done.
Oh, Christ. How many Dobermans y'all see?
I still haven't seen any.
Oh.
God damn, I'm at 3 since last recording.
0.0.
I'm going to reset my
still haven't seen
Doberman
one.
count to 0. It's been 3. A lot of Dobermans out there.
Do you think maybe Dobermans are whoa.
The fuck was
The hell
that?
was
What?
that?
What just
Discord just
happened?
went crazy for a minute.
Dude, Discord went nuts for a second. That was nuts.
we
What
all
the
got
fuck?
kicked and came back.
Someone tripped over a cable at Discord.
Yeah. Everyone at Disney.
Oh, now that we got Nitro, we got that speed coming
That's
back
right,
in.
baby. Yeah.
Jeff, are you maybe worried that like the Doberman, you know how like crows symbolize in some, I think it's like Scottish culture that death is coming? It might not be Scottish, but there are cultures in which like seeing crows is a bad sign. Do you think Dobermans might be that for you in dental work? Like the more Dobermans you see, the more likely it is you're going to have a dental issue?
Well, I didn't until now.
But maybe, yeah, like maybe before you just didn't notice how many Dobermans were in your life, and now you're tracking it.
I'm going to say it's different. I'm going to say it's this. The Doberman is well known as a brave guardian and noble companion. I think it's the universe out there telling me, hey, we got your back. We're guarding you. We're companioning you.
Maybe every time you see a Doberman, you've avoided something.
That's a great, maybe I just got protected. I just got dobed. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Now, I think this is good that you guys are speculating. However, I've gone to the source, spirit-animals.com, Doberman symbolism. In this case, Doberman symbolism is asking you if you are defending somebody without knowing the full facts. For example, perhaps the drama of the moment is just drama designed to engage your empathy. So could be, you need all the facts. However, alternatively, I think this might apply to you. Doberman symbolism could be reminding you that everything has an opposite. And I think sometimes you're forgetting that. I think sometimes you think things have sames. And this is reminding you every time you see a Doberman go, oops, something opposite is happening. Similar to the meaning of crow, light must have darkness to exist and be understood, Geoff. So
which one of you is it talking about?
Well, I can only tell truths and Nick can only speak in lies. So you're going to have to get through this door one way or the other.
I would love to see you guys as the door knockers in Labyrinth.
What is the opposite of a hot dog? What is its
Hamburger?
Hamburger? Okay.
I would say that.
The hot dog's natural enemy is the hamburger.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I had an idea for supplemental the other day I wanted to run by you guys. As you may or may not know, and I guess maybe we can talk about it next episode because we're probably close to wrapping up.
Yeah.
But we're on a vinyl kick right now. I've been giving out vinyls as rewards as like gold stars for accomplishments within the company. And we could give a vinyl update because Gavin received all of his finally. And while Eric and I went to go vinyl shopping together, we filmed a little supplemental where we put on lavs and we just recorded ourselves record shopping. And it was a lot of fun to do. It got me thinking, maybe we should do a supplemental where we all throw on those lavs and we just walk around the mall and just call it Mall Walkers. And we just have a conversation as we walk around the mall and just like point stuff out and talk about it.
I think it'll be hard to hear our audio over the sound of Nick's boots.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really appreciate that you've crafted a piece of wink supplemental content that gets Nick to the mall.
Thanks for pointing it out ahead of time. Okay. You guys ruined the surprise, but yeah. Anyway, I think that would be a lot of fun with or without the boots.
Let's do it. I would do it.
All right.
Nick, when you're editing this, delete this part so you forget about it.
Yeah. Erase this from your memory, Nick.
Oh, I've got a cat piss update.
Oh, did you fully remove the room? Is it gone?
You've been sucking on the rug until it's gone or what?
No, just found a little bit more.
No.
Pissed in the outlet.
It
Right in
pissed
the outlet.
in the outlet?
Yep.
Is it still, is the smell a huge issue for you still?
Oh, horrible.
Oh, God.
So when you find it like that, do you then just scour that spot until it's gone and clean? And then you're like, well, I know that's not a contributing to the smell anymore. Well,
Here's what I actually do. I give it a real good scrub down, and then I turn all the lights off, and then I check again with the UV light and realize that I've just smeared it all around, and now the area is about 4 times as big.
Oh.
So I have to hit it again. It's so difficult to get rid of.
Is the cat continuing to pee? Like, is it possible this is new pee? Or are you still just cleaning up messes from last time?
I have no idea. I need like a piss scientist to tell me how to, I don't know, like the rings on a tree stump.
Yeah, you should get a piss scientist, yeah.
Or you could just put a camera in the room.
No,
Oh,
don't
He's
listen to
too
them.
smart for that. He'll unplug it somehow.
Get a piss scientist.
Hey, Andrew, are you busy soon?
I didn't go to college, so, I don't have my degree in piss.
All right, so we need to crown the piss scientist then if it's not you. We've got piss boy, piss rat, and piss scientist.
If you want to be the piss scientist, let us know in the comments. Leave a comment that says, I'm the piss scientist.
We've had a lot of excitement over being in this Pico Park video. People are really excited to be managed by Eric through the game.
And you.
But yeah, why are you leaving out the crucial and Gavin part?
That was the kind of the part that really tied the idea together.
Yeah.
Both
It's
of you.
true.
Hand in hand. Are you going to recruit your team, Gavin? How are you going to pick between the people?
Oh, it's a great.
It's weird. He went so quiet. As soon as we said, and Gavin, nothing.
Do we share the pool and we pick one at a time?
Yeah, I think we have to. And I think that whoever's picked last should really hold it against us.
So we're doing a Falcon draft.
Yes, and we'll have to draft the Falcons. Like we're doing a Falcon Draft where we're typically when we say Falcon Draft, it's a draft that is up for Falcons to listen to. But in this case, this will be a draft of the Falcons.
You just made this idea practical. Well, this is totally doable. It will be a Falcon event. Probably not this month. Maybe in October.
So all the Falcons could get in the Discord thing, and we'll pick 16 Falcons.
Yeah. Well, we'll do a stage, and we could we'll do one at a time, and we'll time. Yeah. This is great.
Well, maybe if there's that many Falcons ready to be picked, we introduce new team captains.
No, because we need commentators to call the action, because I'm not going to be able to see what you're doing, and you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, and we need these guys to talk it through.
So we're managing 8 people each in our ear and listening to commentary.
No, I don't think I think it's like these are individual runs.
Oh, wow.
I think it's you on stage with the people, and we can watch. But like, there's no commentary. It's just we're timing and you're doing the runs.
Wow,
this is a great idea. I'll make a post on our Patreon where people could register to be picked by the captains. We do a Falcon Draft, and then we'll make
it's a Falcon
Discord
Draft
event.
where we're drafting the Falcons, not the Falcons you think, but you, indeed, the Falcons.
The people at our Falcon tier that want to participate in this, and I will gladly throw my hat into the captainship. I don't mind.
Wow.
Love to do that.
Wow.
I'm excited.
You can sign up to be a Falcon at regulatrion.com if you would like. It's not a priciest tier, but it's up there.
It is. It's up there, but hey, do you want to get yelled
and then
at?
You can be picked last by Gavin and have to live with that for the rest of your fucking life.
And remember, be mad at him. He did this to you. He could have picked you sooner, and he didn't.
He could have picked you first, and he chose not to.
Could have picked you first. He picked that other guy?
I don't know what would be worse. Signing up and not getting picked at all, or signing up to just get yelled at by Eric for like 30 minutes.
I mean, it's gonna be, look, this is a no-win situation for you, the person paying for this.
And also, how are we picking? Are we just looking at names?
I think, I just compile the names
how you pick.
and then do some form of draft.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be changing their names to the funniest thing. We're going to have a ton of Spummer.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope Spummer's a Falcon.
I'm going to take Spummer 3. All right, I'm going to take Spummer 9. All right, give me Spummer 31.
Meanwhile, Spummer 47 doesn't get picked. And he's like, what the fuck?
I'm Spummer!
Spummer 47.
Then you got the real Spummer OG.
Yeah.
Will the real Spummer please stand up?
There's 12 Spummer 69s, and we're not picking any of them.
Well, shall we wrap this up and go into our next episode?
Yeah, let's wrap it up, because I like this idea now that Gavin is locked in on it also. When it was just me, not for it. When it's me and Gavin, I know how much Gavin doesn't want to do this, so I'm for it. Very exciting to me.
I wanted to watch.
Well, right, and you get to watch my run, and then we get to watch your run.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't watch each other's runs.
Sure you can.
Why not?
Nick said he could.
Oh,
well, because it will give us techniques.
We can figure this out. We'll figure this out.
There's a random order. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to win no matter what. I've seen the way you communicate with Geoff, where you don't call out ducks, or he does call out ducks, and then you go, what are we doing?
I'm excited. You guys got to really pay attention when we play Pico Park 2 tomorrow.
The duck call-outs could have been better, for sure. Mm-hmm. That's definitely something to work on.
I don't know what's going on. This has been a real dumb month for me, September. I'm in my dumb era.
You know, at least you got it on Steam, man. Thanks for doing that. Guys, thanks so much for listening to this episode of the podcast, the 20th episode. Is this the new 17? Yeah, I think the cat piss is probably drowning out your brain. Go to patreon.com/theregulationpod. You can also view our gaming videos on our gaming podcast channel, Regulation Gameplay. We have a lot of stuff coming out all the time. We're very excited with what we're doing right now. We hope you are too. And we'll see you next time for the Regulation crew. That's Geoff, Gavin, Andrew, Nick, and Eric. Bye.
And if you're a piss scientist, please let me know what happens when you mix carbon dioxide with ammonia. That's what I'm breathing.
I know what happens. Dumb. That's what happens.
September.
All right, let's tail sync.
Shit. Hit stop, but that's fine. I hit re-record.
Andrew, did you just say you were going to hit record again?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he fucked it all up. Yeah, it's all
Do you have
fucked up.
any
now.
idea why we sink?
He has no. It's simply a thing that he knows that happens. There's no understanding of what it is.
Wow, I hope Nick can sync up this 11-second chunk at the end. There's only a sync.
Do you want me to put in the notes not to use his tail sync, Nick?
Are you shitting me? Why are we sinking?
I didn't know Andrew had cat piss at his house too.
What are you breathing over there?
I can't hear you. Sorry. I'm listening to my Discord on Steam or whatever the fuck. My bits are chopping up. I don't know. I don't know how any of this syncs. Hit stop. Hit start again. Why not? It's the same
Why
track.
don't you know why we're doing anything?
What?
Oh, it's so cool.
Isn't it better if he does it though?
What?
See?
He keeps saying what? He just keeps saying what?
Can all this be left in?
Yeah.